And part of what they're doing, with the hacking is making my life unbearable. Every time they hate on me, it's more unbearable because women have treated me bad and, you know, they didn't give me the outlet. I can't stress enough how much women betrayed me and in the process betrayed all mankind. You know, I'll be a lot more efficient, a lot more calm and collected. I'd present a lot more professional video. I'd care about myself more and present myself better. On and on. There would have been so many benefits if women had been righteous and had been supportive, and I had a beautiful woman in my life. But instead, they're responsible for me giving up on myself, me giving up on women. Um, really, there's no punishment that would be too harsh for women. And there was some that pretended to care. I'm not going to get into who they are, but I know better. And there was some that, it didn't work out with, make a long story short. And so, I wasn't their type, they weren't my type, basically, or whatever. So ultimately, main reason I'm making this video is I made another video about this, but it didn't get uploaded. And I might have something to do with the hackers. They've been on my case like you wouldn't believe every single day. I've had to do extra stuff. I can't get into it because I can't help, they watch my videos most likely, and I can't help them out without just making a big mistake or a fairly large mistake. And, I really don't appreciate the fact that women were so shallow. I don't appreciate the results of my study, 1 in 2,500 on dating sites, who were single already, were willing to date me, 1 in 2,500. I mean, how would that make you feel? You truly realize that, hey, there's nothing wrong with me. And this is after, being rated by about 20 women, that I'm an 8. So I'm like, if I'm, 8, which is above average, 5 is average person, average black man, average any race, right? 5. So I'm above average, I am an educated man, spiritual man, everything. Like, why wouldn't they want me, Why did this country hate me so much? Why were women so blind to the goodness in me? They definitely put themselves on Satan's side. And the only women that I wouldn't include were Muslim women, because I made my oath before I converted to Islam, not giving them really a fair chance to be with me, or for me to be rejected by them. And they don't really get on non-Muslim dating sites. I might have included maybe 1 or 2 Muslim women in my whole study, and I don't remember a single hijab in my study. So, if there was Muslim women, they weren't devout. So, besides that, these American women, and even a lot of these American Muslim women, really let me down. I really don't have any respect for them. I even, I was even helping them out, as I'm helping everybody out by bringing the truth and whatnot. And so, it's really painful, and that's why I've made a lot of videos about how disgusted I am with women, how despicable they are, how much I, don't respect their judgment, and how much I believe that my ancestors were correct, that women should be excluded from important meetings that have to do with the fate of the tribe. Now, not all tribes were like that, but the Igbos were like that, and most African tribes were like that. And so, where we are now with it, I just wish that you women didn't treat me so bad. I just wish I couldn't be able to say all the stuff I said. I wish that, either I had a good woman and I still had her, or I had a good woman and I messed it up, so that I couldn't say that, oh, these women are like this. But no, they betrayed me. And when I, figured out about Plato and how he's central to the philosophies of secret societies, and how all secret societies under the Illuminati, the Masons, etc., Rosicrucians, etc., the Thule, they include the philosophy of Plato, which is eugenics. The reproduction should be controlled by the state. Central to eugenics idea is that you have some group of people saying we should decide what how reproduction goes down, you know, and how the bitch of Bush involved in Auschwitz, the bill of, you know, of Auschwitz, and all these feminists who agree with them, and I'm just so disgusted by it. Um, I just, I really, you know, I've really lost faith in humanity. And at least if women cared about their creation when they bring babies in this world, at least if they cared about the world, you know, um, maybe there would be hope. But they didn't care, you know. They hindered my progress. They sided with feminists. They weren't happy with the roles that God assigned them. You know, they just betrayed men so horribly, so unforgivably. And, you know, there's just one woman, the last woman I talked to, you know, recently, you know, I went out, hung with her and her friends and shit, you know, and she had the nerve to pretend that she was interested in me, you know. Knowing that I have my oath, sometimes I talk to women and I see where it would go, just because I'm still trying to give them a chance to show me that there's goodness in them. You know, I'm not even allowed to be their man. I'm not allowed to have sex with them, you know, kiss them, hold them, etc. So just to see, you know, where women are at. And I found one fairly recently, Hispanic woman, you know, from Salinas, you know, pretty far from me, you know, like an hour drive or something. And she basically has a bunch of guys, you know, who are her race, and she's trying to pretend that, you know, you know, that, you know, that she doesn't understand why I said it wouldn't work out, you know. And right there on her page, there'll be guys leaving messages like, "Good night, sweetie," and they live in her same city, and, you know, she's always looking for guys to hang out with on her status, and, you know, it's like, even the ones who give me a chance were either desperate, slutty, both, or, you know, or they were sent by the system, by the secret society structure. And I think that, you know, I have this feeling, I don't know for sure, this is just a theory, I don't even subscribe to it too much myself, but there's a chance that they've been watching me my whole life. Not you know, watching me like Big Brother's watching and listening, you know, but keeping tabs on me, because when I was little, I did Algebra 2 in kindergarten, in first grade, and also I did this test that my parents had me take, and, you know, they decided that I was a gifted child, and I was supposed to go to a gifted school and all this. So I had a feeling that, you know, they said they saw that either we're going to have this guy on our side, or we're going to keep an eye on him, make sure that he doesn't, you know, figure us out or whatever. I think they might have even known ahead of time that I would figure them out. And when I hear about this story about this Jew who, you know, read the stars and told Hitler about his fate, and supposedly he was right. I forgot his name, you know, but he was supposedly right. You can like Google it and you probably find it. You know, it was a Jewish astrologer, you know, who read the stars and determined important events in Hitler. He determined, you know, he predicted his rise to power. He predicted his own death. He predicted Hitler's death. Things like this, right? You know, I couldn't help but wonder if these people somehow predicted that I would be one of the major oppositions to their secret society plan, you know, an opposition that isn't controlled. And so, you know, I'm left with that question mark. But that is something I question. The fact that women are traitors and they shouldn't be forgiven for what they've done to humanity, and what they've done to me included, you know, that I know for sure. Thank you.